welcome to all of my mystical family and friends to the Arteagan Daily Bread, your spiritual board meeting for Monday, April 6th, 2020. I am your Madame President of the Arteagan, Natalee, spelled N-A-T-A-L-E-E. Feel free to stay for all of the psychic tarot, astrology, and Arteagan reports, or feel free to skip ahead right to the report of interest. Gavel, 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 I hereby officially call this meeting to order. Right into the minutes recap. So last Monday, Tuesday is when Mars met Saturn in the sky. And it so marks the last time I have officially gotten some really great sleep. How has it been for you? How drastic has, how drastically has life, I gotta get better with it. This isn't working so well, so please forgive me if it's scrunched a little handwriting. How drastically has life or perspective changed since then? These words are very specific, so I've got to hit them the right way. So take a brief moment to reflect before we jump into what we can expect moving forward. For me, it's been the uptick in psychic ability. That's part of what I haven't slept. So okay, right into the President's report. So you might notice I'm a little bit different. For those of you who have been with me in the channel for a while, you might remember those couple of readings where it was just very heavy Queen of Cups, where you saw me, the mom Natalee, the nurturing Natalee, the Queen of Cups, Queen of Chalices Natalee. And so that is what I am personally challenging myself to embody this week, all of this week, to deal with what's to come and to deal with the energies that we are in. And that's kind of what I'm most excited about. Actually, there's a lot going on. There's so much to be excited about. So that's just one of the things. Okay, I'm going to save that for the psychic report. I'm going to keep that as right there, the Queen of Cups. So this week you'll observe me being Mom Natalee. This is the way I am with my students, with my querents, with my 8-year-old niece Ava Lenore, with, it's just, if I had a husband and kids, this is who I would be with them. This is a very private, personal part of myself that I am putting right onto the internet to share with the rest of the world, to be the mother that someone doesn't have, to be the big sister that someone doesn't have, to be that nurturing, feminine, loving influence that can wield their power responsibly, that you can trust. Mother issues and feminine toxicity is something the collective is not ready to talk about yet. We're still going through patriarchal structures. So I'm sort of trying to set the stage. We'll see how it goes this week. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Okay. Moving on, my loves, into the astrology report. So the biggest news I'm saving for the full moon in Libra video that we're doing tomorrow. It's April 7th. Yes, tomorrow, April 7th. It's 4 o'clock PST. I mistyped it on Instagram. I said a different time, but it's 4 p.m. PST on Tuesday, April 7th. I'm doing it for all 12 sun signs, so it's probably going to be like a 2-hour video or 2-hour live stream. Don't worry if you can't make it. It's just know that you can go back to it, and then I'll timestamp it for all of the different signs. So it'll be really, really important. This full moon is going to be really important. There's so much pressure and so much energy packed into this time period right now that if it's not enough to get you out of a rut or to get you to inspire yourself to change or make changes, don't feel pressure, don't feel like you're pushing yourself. And I'm talking about it in terms of pressure because I'm talking directly to the people who are on the fence. You're right there. You're about to just be in this new energy, this new vibratory frequency, and you're going to get the rewards that are promised to you by karma and the universe herself. Okay? If you are not resonating with that energy at all and you are just lost, or you are not motivated, if you're just not resonating with any sort of big C changing type stuff and you are a little bit more resistant to change, then that's not for you. And what I'm going to tell you is to not judge yourself right now, because you will when other things happen for other people later. And you're going to look back at this time and wonder what you're going to judge yourself. And I don't want you to do that. If you're feeling what you're feeling, accept what you're feeling, and you are in your own timeline. You're in your own divine timeline. So maybe there's going to, just trust that you are on your own individual path. Because there's all this energy for change right before everything starts retrograding. And that's when we reflect onto now. That's when we reflect. So if there are chances, if there are opportunities and you're nervous about it, or if there are things you need to heal, things are coming up for healing, mom issues, dad issues, family issues, friend issues, work issues, personal life issues, self issues, try to not just lean into it, but perhaps dive into it if you're very brave of heart. But if not, don't judge yourself. Go at your own pace. You set your own pace, okay? You set your own pace. And when that time comes, when everything's retrograding and everyone's reflecting back on right now, you can tell yourself, I did honor the correct energies that I was channeling at that time. And I was being told to stand down. I was feeling like I didn't want to do it. I was feeling like it was too soon. I can't do the forgiveness. I can't do the moving on. I can't do the purging. And you can tell yourself that. So I hope this helps you whichever side you're on. If you're really close and on the fence, or if you're very, very far away, I want you to feel good about it, okay? Okay. Also, the astrology workshops, I'm so excited. The astrology workshop, the next one, the first one, will be Thursday, April 16th from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock PST. That's going to be so fun. You can get tickets on the Arteagan.com. And if you are a patron, if you're in that level, you get that included every single month. I also added a salon. So it's called Natalee's Saturn Salon. I love it. This is where I'm going to pick something important to talk about. Oh no, hold on. Okay, I got it. I'm going to choose, this is like for Saturn returners. If this is your first Saturn return, you're about to enter it. Aquarius is in Saturn. So people are going to be having Saturn returns right now. I wanted to put something out there for you. So I will have a little presentation ready, and then you just ask questions, and I pause, and then it's really just about you guys get me one-on-one to ask specifically about Saturn issues, Saturn return, your first, your second. It's a Saturn salon. So let's just all bring our tea and our little, everything. It'll be great. Okay. That is also going to be Thursday, April 16th. It'll be the third Thursday of the month. So Saturn salon, third Thursday of the month. Okay. That is going to be 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. PST. Okay. I know it's the schedule's getting really fun, you guys. I don't know what I'm going to do when everyone goes back outside to play. Like, who's going to play with me on the internet? Okay. So we do have some notable shifts coming up in this week ahead. And you guys know that Monday board meetings might be a little bit longer because I do kind of project out for the week ahead. So the weekend, this past weekend, we had Venus entering Gemini, and she'll stay there for about 4 months until August 7th. At the end of this week, on 10th, this Friday, Mercury will move into Aries. So that will be probably more of the time when you're going to be feeling more confident to speak something that is being a little bit held back. I'm going to talk about this more in the full moon video tomorrow, but just something to note. We also have the sun in 17 degrees Aries, the moon in 26 degrees Virgo as of 8 a.m. April 6th, okay? Mercury is in the 23rd degree of Pisces. Venus is in 2 degrees Gemini. Mars is in 4 degrees Aquarius. Jupiter is in 25 degrees Capricorn. It's conjunct Pluto in 24 degrees Capricorn. Gonna go like that, okay? Saturn's in 1 degree Aquarius. Uranus is in 5 degrees Taurus. Neptune is in 19 degrees Pisces. Now, I am saving all of the good fun stuff for the full moon the full moon video, the 7th, tomorrow. But I did write down this really amazing little thing here. So I really do want to share this. The way I wrote it is just really helpful. Actually, I'll save it for the astrology workshop. Okay. So the full moon that'll always oppose the sun square. Okay, so all of the luminaries and planets are activated right now in this full moon energy. Everything's kicking everything off. So I wrote like one long thread of the energies. So I start with the full moon, which is always opposed to the sun. Okay, that's exposing a crisis that we will be acutely aware of that we have to fix. Squares Jupiter and Pluto in Capricorn. Squares Jupiter and Pluto in Capricorn, which sextile Mercury conjunct Neptune in Pisces. The opportunity is speaking and behaving according to the highest ideals spiritually. Yeah. And trine Venus in Gemini. The given is that you get something, who trines back to Mars and Saturn, and because they're conjunct still. The given is this Venus trining back to Mars and Saturn. The given is that you get something you truly want that will be beneficial to you in the fullness of time. Okay, with that Saturn there. In Aquarius, which are squaring Uranus and Taurus. So it's going to be a surprise, which will shock you, either in how you will benefit will shock you, or what you want may actually shock you. Okay, so we have the full moon opposing the sun, squares Jupiter and Pluto, sextiling Mercury conjunct Neptune in Pisces, and then that trines Venus in Gemini, who trines back to Mars and Saturn in Aquarius, who square Uranus and Taurus. It's just like this whole... That's why I'm saying, guys, if you can't do something right now, if you can't let go of the past, if you can't let go of your fears, if you can't let go of your issues, if you can't let go and really step into the future with this kind of energy, you just be gentle with yourself. Just be really, really gentle with yourself. I just don't want it to be made exacerbated. I don't want you to have a bad retrograde. That's all. Okay. Okay. And then the last thing I kind of put up on Instagram, I'm Watch Natalee on Instagram if anyone wants to check me out. The T-square of that full moon. You must focus this tension with a Cancerian tenacity in some area of life opposite that Pluto and Jupiter. Okay? So it's like a little, I drew a little picture. See? You want to go right to the opposite. And that's why I was sort of inspired to be Queen of Cups this week, to just give it a try and see how it fits, trying to raise the vibration even more. And really for me, I want to see how I do sustaining this vibration with surprises and with things shifting and moving elsewhere in life. We'll see. Okay, so Psychic Report, Practical Magic, Level 1 is this Thursday, April 9th at 2 o'clock PST to 3 o'clock PST. Sign up. It's going to be really cool. I'm really excited, okay? And the download for you guys. So this is going to freak you guys out, okay? So over this weekend it felt like the longest weekend away from you, my loves. I really, really missed you. So over this weekend, I got watching tarot videos, sort of, when I started, I would see everyone saying, my guides told me this, source, spirit tells me that, all that jazz. And I said, okay, cool. And I know that I used to see angels, and it turned off. I turned it off. I don't see angels right now, okay? And but I know my ability. I know my psychic ability. So over the weekend, really randomly, I was working, and I needed to physically break up that energy. So I just stood up. I like to pace, like I like to just kind of like walk back. So I was doing that, and then I just out loud, I said, well, what is it? What is it? Like, who am I talking to? Who's giving me this information? Like, I want an answer. Let's see if I get an answer. Who is it? Is it spirit guides? Is it source? Is it creator, God? Is it, universe? Is it me? Is it, and then boom. I saw myself. I looked like Jesus Christ. It was really weird. And what they are saying is that for me, Natalee, psychic, tarot reader, astrologer, I'm a natural astrologer, to be honest. For me, I don't know how it is for anybody else, but for me, what was revealed to me and explained to me is that I can tap into the other potentiality frequency so strongly that I can actually get this Natalee the Christ vibrational frequency, and that's who is actually helping me. So the way I put it together in my Natalee brain, this would be like if I turned 75 and then I just went to live on the top of a mountain for 25 years and then spent that time meditating and psychically time traveling back to right now and doing all this work and then giving me the information. This Natalee, younger Natalee, 2020 Natalee. That's how I kind of understood it. And how they showed it to me is that it's a frequency, and you guys know that time is an illusion. It's spiral. So the whole thing with the linear thing that I explained, it's not really like that. It's not linear like that. So it's more like my spiral. Okay. So that's like the long story short. So long story short, moving forward, I'm actually going to change the way I speak about it. I'm going to say she and her, because that's my highest potential, they said, is Natalee the Christ, is getting to this level of mastery, and I can actually tap into that timeline. And so when I get certain information about you guys, the Quarrens and other things, that's who it is. It's me. It was always me. So that's interesting for anyone that wants to know. That's like the biggest download that came through. And that's what I'm here to do, is to help other people get to that, get as high as they can ascend, as high as they can dream and imagine spiritually. Okay, so that was a big one. That was a big one. They said that, there's that whole experience. And then later, they said very clearly, like crystal clear, when the spider dies, the web unravels. Oh my goodness. When the spider dies, the web unravels. I don't believe this is anyone physically dying that you know. I might be, but I don't think so. This feels more shaky foundations. It really feels more like that. It really feels like your fallacy. When your fallacy dies, your argument that you built, or the decisions you made from that judgment, though it was a fallacy, once that dies, everything else that you built on top of it unravels and crumbles. That's kind of what I got from it. So before I put the big, heavy report book down, the tarot report, we have our tarot talk coming up on Thursday, April 23rd. That's at 2 o'clock PST. Okay, yeah. 2 o'clock to 3:20, so it's 80 minutes. Yeah, 80 minutes. 23rd. Okay. I was like, what did that say? I have to figure something out. I have to get like if anyone wants to donate a typewriter, I should just... Okay. So this is our tarot report. And the spider dies, the web unravels. So... Did you guys saw it? Did you guys see this? Booyakasha. And then we have the Page of Wands. Good news is on its way. Look at that. You know what they're playing? The best is yet to come, and babe, won't that be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. You came around and everything started into hum. I'm getting like this whole like light, no one dances like that, but I mean, I'm just getting this really light, good news. You're just light. There's good news. And I feel like this, you could be communicating good news. You could be receiving good news. You could be hearing good news. Something's changing totally for the better for you in some situation going on for you there's a massive turn that you're going to hear about. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of a lot of other really wonderful energies to come through in your life. Daddy's home. Darling. Darling. The Fool, the Emperor, and our little Eight of Pentacle man. It's not my cat. If you hear any noises, it's this cat. I call her Trudy, the intruder. So here we have a brand new beginning. You are starting, you're investing in yourself. You're investing in yourself with this Eight of Pentacles. You know, hopefully that's you taking that Cancerian energy and using it. I'm doing that because I'm a Cancer rising. So I have this full moon, the sun, Pluto, that's all happening in every area of my life. So I have to take care of myself. I really do. Like they're actually just like taking the energy from me if I don't. It's a whole thing personally. But anyway, so, you are nurturing something. You're nurturing something too. I have to nurture myself, but you're nurturing your wealth, your income, your status, your self-empowerment, where you feel solid in who you are. This is interesting that these two are coming up, that this is coming up with this, because this is a very well-defined person, a very well-defined enterprise, organization, company, product, business, you know. Okay. So you have something that, okay, you're expanding. Thank you. You have something already. You have something to work with. And you're adding to it. You're starting, you could be branching out. You could be expanding the business in some way, shape, or form, or you could even be studying how to do that, learning how to expand it, or, brainstorming, working on things. You're taking a really big, I kind of do want to say risk, but it's a reward, because it's like, it's a risk because an emperor isn't someone who's going to give something they don't want to give, or take a risk they don't want to take. It's sort of like that. But with this, it's very positive. With this, it's very much that it's like a calculated risk that it's going to work if you work it, is what I just heard. This would be a wonderful time to put down alcohol. It works if you work it sober, is what I heard. It works if you work it sober. So if there are any friends of Bill W. out there, this is a fantastic time to really work through those issues. And you know what? They're giving this to me. I was going to save it for the video tomorrow, but they're giving it to me to give to you. So how can I keep it from you? Jupiter and Pluto, this conjunction. Okay, Pluto rules sexual organs. Jupiter rules the colon and like flushing. This is immense energy for you to quickly, with Mars and Saturn in the early degrees of flush out. Like there could just, I know that we're talking about poopy, but really it's like, you could even be clearing out some sacral energies, or, you know what I'm saying? But you could really just clean out your spiritual system of toxic, constipated energies that has been blocked up, and like really just shoot forward. And like once you do, I know this, but how do I convey this to someone that doesn't feel it organically? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that for both of you. I don't want anyone to feel like they're behind. I don't want anyone to feel like they're left out of spiritual gifts of life. You know what I'm saying? So don't fret, but I'm just telling you, for those of you that are kind of close, or you can feel it, or you're a little scared or apprehensive, you don't have to be. Well, it's part of your experience, but there's so much benefit. There's so much reward. And that's why I'm saying this is the time to just like, Nine of Cups and the Page of Cups. You're learning how to be happy. You're about to get a little lesson here. And you're making good on your lessons. 2 pages now. Learning what makes me happy. It's that I'm getting so much of this Cancerian self-nurturing. I don't know if it's because I'm really living in that energy right now. Actually, no. They're telling me she told me. Guys, this is so weird. You can just see it in my face, I know. It's interesting, you guys, because this was always such a horrible, painful psychic ability that I didn't know was a psychic ability up until now. Because I thought I could see potential in people, that I could, and that I was reacting to their potential and not who they really are, not who was really in front of me. And so when I got this information over the weekend, that was part of it. They were saying you were interacting with in a whole different dimension. Like you weren't, you know what I'm saying? So whenever, and this happens to me all the time when I see a guy, when I see a guy that I thought, oh my gosh, we'd be so wonderful together. I see a person that's, oh my God, we'd be such good friends. If I see a girl, oh my God, we would be such great girlfriends. Oh my God. And then they totally drop the ball. I'm like, what? I'm surprised every single time. Every single time I'm surprised. But it's me connecting with the highest version of themselves. It's me connecting in their energies in a different dimension. And it's not the 3D, what they're really showing me. And I have to stop communicating with their higher selves. And I have to start really taking what they're showing me. So that's kind of what I'm getting with this page of Pentacles. It's like you're sort of looking around and saying, what am I really getting? What have I made for myself? What am I creating? What life am I creating for myself? And just learning and refining. And I see little tweaks. You can be tweaking little things about you're probably already doing that because of the quarantine. Just feel it, guys. Okay, my love. We have the Knight of Staves. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Star. Right next to the Hermit, which for me as a reader, they come out in the same readings quite often, although not quite so impressively side by side like this. And very last but not least, we have the World. Total rebirth, completion of... See, this reading is helping someone blast through the stagnancy, blast through the procrastination for some of you with this Hanged Man energy. It's the fire that you need to heal, to finish this major hermit work. I feel like you've already been doing hermit work. I feel like these are big things. Jupiter, Pluto goes to the basement of your psyche, of your subconscious. And, you know, going back to when you were an infant and the first moment that your needs did not get met and you freaked out because you had no idea. The world could have been falling. You could have been falling off the planet Earth for all you knew. You had no idea. And going back to that source of pain, going back to those original woundings, and then nurturing yourself through that. You've got to be your own mother first. You have to be your own father. You have to kill the king to be the king. But we get to a point where we've got to nurture ourselves and we've got to protect ourselves. We have to use both our masculine and feminine energies together inside of ourselves and responsibly. And this is helping you finish this. This is that big flush that I should call it the big flush. This is that big flush that I'm talking about, though. You blast right through it. The healing comes in. It's all around you. It's all around you. And it's like right here. It's the karmic gift that you're going to get if you do this. I cannot take the decision from you. That's why I don't do this in a very heavy, threatening kind of doomsday way. I'm giving you the option, but I'm just telling you guys, just telling you that I've lived with Saturn my entire life. I've worked against him most of it, and I've worked with him. You want to work with Saturn. That's a collaboration you want. That's who you want. That's the person you want right behind you or to the side of you. You want Saturn to work with you and you want to work with Saturn. Okay? Because if not, you know, okay. Green tea break. Okay, my love. So I love to see this for you. I would like to start clarifying. You're walking away from something. You're walking away. 8 of Cups at the bottom. You were so nervous. Oh, gosh. Okay, look at all that. Yeah, you gotta let that go. Gotta let that go, love. You know what song I sang this morning very randomly? My country 'tis of the sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. I know it's strange. It's very strange. Very strange for me too. I was in high school, I was 8th grade. I wrote impeach Bush in permanent red marker on my arm. Impeach Bush. Yeah, in 8th grade. I mean, I was I was like the Joker. And now I'm Queen of Cups. So I just want you to know that, like, you can do it. You can do this, and you are. So let's take a look at the reward for those of you who are embracing the flush. Okay, 3 of Staves, the Hermit, and Temperance. Look at this. Oh my God. What an accomplishment. Someone's really working their way through a spiritual school moment. Actually, a lot of us are. But look at that. Look at that Hermit and the Temperance. This healing's been a long time coming, and this should be the way you should look at this is a gift that you're giving yourself. That you're giving yourself the gift of. Okay, let me share. Another reason why I'm Queen of Cups this week, wish me luck, is because of everything that's coming up in the news and everything astrologically that I know is going to be coming up. Violence, hate crimes. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. And instead of sharing those horror stories, instead of propagating fear, instead of propagating judgmental, accusatory, or revelatory, and I'm not touching it. So you're not going to see any of that on my Instagram. You're not going to see any of that on the YouTube or anywhere on the website. The way you take your power back is through what you do, what your output is, not in what you're responding to. And when I see things in people that I watch, and things just look so unattractive now, like ego, pride, control and power and judgmental. It just so turns me off now. It's really, really turning me off like now. Like it's weird. It's really weird. Now I'm really like, ooh, it's not a good look. Oh, it doesn't sound. So I'm changing my behavior because that's the only thing I can control. I can change my voice. I can change my words. I can change how I look, and I can change how I treat people. And that's what I'm doing. And that's how I'm taking my power back. And that's how I'm trying to get the best out of this week's energies. And so for you, my love, this accomplishment for you is pushing through whatever you don't like about yourself, whatever is so much your source of feeling powerlessness, feeling out of control, feeling lack, feeling scared and tired and hungry and not having enough, and or even if you're on the opposite side of that, even if this struggle isn't that kind of a struggle, it's what am I doing with my life? You know what I'm saying? A lack of motivation. You should be returning to that, your sprightly self soon, okay? But it's the accomplishment, and then it's the expectation. So you can trust. You can trust when I say this, that when you do the flush, when you flush it out, when you commit to the flush, let's say, This healing you will have for the rest of your life, and the turn of fortunes that are going to happen for you at this time. That's another reason why I want you to do it now. When I say now, I mean this week. I mean until the next new moon, until the new moon. You don't have much time. I hate to say that. I hate to sound like I'm putting pressure on you. I'm just telling you the truth. I won't get into the specifics. Just trust this, that this healing has been working on you it's been trying to come in, and you've been, trying to get to it, but you've had like an angel, spirit guides, your version of the Christ, your own highest vibration, your own ascended master version of yourself that exists in a dimension somewhere. That you is floating around you just like mine is. It's really helping me take better care of myself. Let me put it that way. That's another part of this, how I'm being affected by this, because I'm Cancer rising. And so I'm like, anyway, let's take a look at the Fool, the Emperor, and the Eight of Pentacles. We have our other little Page of Pentacles connecting with the Nine of Cups. You're learning a lesson in not just what makes you happy or how to stay happy or how to cultivate your own happiness, but how to maintain your sense of personal power with the Emperor. That's what I'm getting from this. Like, you're established, like you know who you are. Now it's making that happy. Now it's fulfilling that expression of who you are, because Aries needs to honor their impulses. The Emperor needs to have his way because he has amassed the knowledge already. He has the balance between the feminine and the masculine energies because he has his Empress. An Emperor without the Empress has not learned a major lesson. And that's interesting that you're learning something about happiness. Well, let's go ahead and clarify this. What are we learning here? What are you guys learning? What are my people, my friends, my family, my mystical friends and family? Four of Cups. Oh, ooh, ouch. You could have just went. Yeah, someone just got like, look, even her hand is like, see her hand. Someone shut someone down. Someone really, it was a harsh. You could have done the rejecting if you're the Emperor. You did it because you just thought it was in your best interest. You rejected because it wasn't a good strategic decision. It didn't make mental sense. Logic, thank you. She's telling me, this is so weird. She's making me remember, and I'm already in the flow of a year of saying they, it, so she's really like, it's a weird feeling. Life just keeps getting weirder and weirder. The more psychic, but they're also, sorry. I'll come back to you guys. I'm just having a private moment with her and myself. Okay. She's telling me that whoever was rejected doesn't understand this. She's telling me that there was a bit of an imbalance in the Emperor's energy, whoever's showing up as the Emperor. And that's because they're the ones learning this. So they're probably without an Empress. They're probably unpartnered. A solo person. Unaffiliated. And they're learning about happiness. They're learning about allowing happiness. This person, this Emperor, what she's telling me is that this Emperor, you're either the Emperor or you were rejected by the Emperor. I feel like you're the Emperor, though. because you're the one who's flushing this all out. So that makes you the Emperor, my dear. So you, Emperor, you've made this, you've sort of, you cut something out. You Edward Scissorhand out an opportunity. And you did that because you were actually denying yourself happiness. So part of your hermit work is to, ooh, someone doesn't like that, she said. Someone, please don't take over my hand again. Thank you. So, You're triggered because you know it's correct. I have to shake that out now. Hold on. You know what you, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. You can figure out the rest. Let's take a look at this wonderful, beautiful part about you purging and fleshing this out. The Knight of Staves. Ooh, that was quick. All of this energy. And it comes down to an itty bitty little page. It's an apology. It's of heart. It's a sincere, it has to be sincere. Energy doesn't lie. Energy doesn't lie. You know that. You're an emperor. You've been controlling and releasing and maintaining and your energies to get to the position of the emperor. So you know a thing or two about manipulating your own energies. So you should be, I feel like whoever I'm connecting with, that you have all of the ability to do this. It's just your will. It's just your will. You're showing up as a little bit I don't know what this offer, this cup, you know, if it's a relationship because of its cups, right? Could be a little like you want to control everything. Okay, so that could also play into it, is that for some of you where this resonates, that you, oh no, what is this? That you rejected a relationship or a job offer. You rejected, please, help me, hold on. Oh, sorry. I know, I'm so sorry. That you rejected, oh, I see it. So I'm just going to do this. Well, okay, so you're just, okay, I got it. So I'm sorry, you, Emperor, I know you didn't like that. I can feel it, and they must have done it on purpose to help bring you aware of some, remember what I said before about how when I'm like, oh, that doesn't look good, I don't like that. Whatever you don't like about someone, whatever you do like about someone, it's always a reflection of you. This is really what this is about. So this Emperor here, this rejection, was also a display of power. And you thought that would make you happy. But that's the lesson here, is you're learning that didn't make you happy. That didn't make you happy. Ooh, okay. It didn't make you happy. And this is what you're being called upon to correct energetically through the sincerity of your heart. So how do you get your heart to the place of complete sincerity? Well, you got to go and finish up this hermit work. You got to heal up. You got to take care of yourself. Really nurture yourself. Boom. Change in perspective. Boom. It just unlocks everything. It unlocks the Wheel of Fortune. There's friendship. And look at, you have the Three of Cups in your first energy. It's interesting. I feel like this, okay, here now we have something interesting happening here. Because I feel like this Wheel of Fortune is a little bit both ways. It's what this person can do for you, sort of, what you can do for this person. There's something here about people overcoming the energy blockages now that I'm got the colon and everything. You know, for those that flush out are going to get this almost like an instant, and I'm telling you, it really could happen over the next 2 weeks, this Wheel of Fortune I'm talking about. This is a very time-specific reading, daily board meeting, because, okay, I just feel like this karma could work a little bit quickly for you, because it's like once you flush this out, Jupiter, Pluto, everything's being activated in the sky. We'll learn more about that tomorrow. There's this new moon at the end of the month, April 22nd, and it's like, for those of you that jump on this wave right now, 2 weeks, I feel like you've got about 2 weeks max. If you can get through it sooner, you can get through it sooner, but in your own divine timing. But you've got about a couple weeks before that new moon can give you a new energy, because remember, the new moon intention, the new moon energy. Just a lot of paper, sorry. Was about exposing your wounds. Remember that? Exposing your wounds and being brave, healing. That's what this is about. This is some deep healing. Why am I denying myself this? Why am I cutting something off before it can even start? Is it vulnerability? Is it that I can't work with someone? Is it that I want power? I want control? Why do I feel so disempowered that I need to, you know what I'm saying? You will figure this out. But the answer is going to be through, and it's so Cancerian, sincerity. Sincerity. Sincere apology, sincere extension, sincere reciprocity. Because this offer looked good. Because this cup is the Ace of Cups. It's not like the other 3 cups. But this person doesn't know that, because they're going to reject it no matter what. That's the thing, is that it doesn't matter if it's the Ace of Cups. See how these are on the ground? This one can float. It's being carried by this magical cloud coming like seemingly out of nowhere. It just comes to you. And maybe that's part of like taking it. The Queen of Swords just flipped off the table. She is begging different emotions to feel. Okay, let's get Oracle. Yes, it is. Yes, you are. This Emperor that I'm connecting with, look at you, being so upset right now. I'm sorry I'm triggering you, but you can be so good. What else? And the Two of Staves and the Eight of Pentacles again, and look at Emperor, Six of Staves, Two of Staves, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Devil. Yes. Look at all of that, you guys. You really want to miss out on all of that good stuff. Partnership, success, something with the public perhaps, starting something new and working really hard, overcoming your devil energy. I'll leave her on the floor if she wants to be on the floor. Let's put it that way. Let's go ahead and grab. And that's another thing, guys. If this is someone in your life that you're connecting to, do not try and take responsibility. Do not, like the way I was always caring so much if a guy liked me, or if a girl wanted to be my friend, or, you know, it's just until they show me who they really are, I could love them from afar. I could send them really wonderful energy until they show me otherwise, and then I totally pull back. And that's how I take my power back and keep my energies pure and protected. I get hurt more, but I know sooner when someone isn't good for me. And my hair's falling out, apparently. A new start is coming. New moon energy. Yeah, probably at that April 22nd new moon in Taurus. Think about it. You can, ooh, yeah, emotions are running high. You can make these moves. You can make these, you can flush this out. Sorry. Sorry, I'm not gonna. You can flush this out. The emotions are running high. You can really ride this wave. You can really just jump into it and do it. Purge it out. Wonderful time because everyone's quarantined, so you can cry your cries alone. I'm a Capricorn. We lick our wounds in private. We don't let people see that kind of thing, So it's like, do what you got to do, but then you can look forward to a beautiful new start. I'm telling you, I am telling you. Okay. Let's get Love Oracle, just in case this is Love Oracle for some of you. That Queen of Wands on the floor that I'm not going to pick up until after I stop the recording is also sort of indicative of what you need to cut out and release, Emperor, that I'm connecting with. Okay. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. That applies if this is romantic or not. Worth waiting for. So that is to the obvious person who got rejected. And to tell you, my dear, I'm trying to maintain my Queen of Cups here, that even that it wasn't the right time for you. And codependency, see? You don't want to be codependent on people who can't be nice to you. You don't want to be codependent on like wondering what it was or wondering why someone wouldn't want to be whatever it is for you. If you're trying to get someone to marry you, if you're trying to get someone to whatever it is, it's codependent. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And so for you, my love, you've got to look at, why do I keep going for people that reject me? Which is what I thought it was. I thought I was like, why am I going for people that reject me all the time? This weekend, I was told, Natalie, you're connecting with these energies. It's not like you're crazy. They're just in a different dimension. Wah, wah, wah. So when people don't behave the way I'm feeling this energy, I'm like, what? So that's not going to be for all of you. Some of you, I'm sure, are psychic. And for some of you, I am sure that is the case where you are connecting with an energy in another dimension. I absolutely believe that. So if that resonates with you, yes, absolutely. Okay. For others of you, it is a codependent thing. You'll know if it's codependent if once they teach you who they are, you can't release them. If you keep going back, if you keep going back, that is codependency. And it always happens with me. When I really do let go is when they come back. And I'm like, I already let go. You already rejected me. Why? Now that you see that I'm working hard, or that I'm here or I'm there, I'm like, how do I believe your sincerity? And remember, that's what this is about. Is real sincerity is going to unlock the fortune for you. It's another reason why I want you guys to sort of do this now, is so that it doesn't look insincere in retrograde season when the people that did do the work now, you're watching them throughout the rest of the year because of what they've been doing now and what they're doing now and starting now, getting it in I just don't want you to tweak out. Okay? Because emotions are running high and it's a lot going on. Okay, let's move on. That concludes our tarot report. Oh. Shoot, sorry. Okay. Now, my dears. All right, my lovelies. Moving into our Arteagan Report. I have begun the important writing needed for the manifesto. So that will be a long process. But I've started it. Moving into correspondence. Correspondence. Okay, I was doing really great. I had gotten back this year with like emails, and now I'm backlogged again. So I'm sorry if if it's a little bit of a lag. I'm working hard on it to get everything back really, really tip top. Okay, so thank you for your patience. Old business, not really anything. New business. I live stream on YouTube Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 2 o'clock PST. So make sure to subscribe and then click the little bell right next to the subscribe button, and that alerts you as to when I upload, when I'm live, when I do this, when I do that, when I add a cool new thing to the roster of stuff that the Arteagan offers you, your ultimate psychic, tarot, and astrology resource. Oh, that was another psychic. I'm telling you, I have not gotten any sleep this past week, but they're filling me with, and it's because I'm teaching it. It's because I'm teaching the psychism, you know, getting everyone's practical magic level 1, that they're now expanding me. So the more I teach, the more it's like that. That's how it's been working. So another thing they told me though over this weekend is my astrology. It's like they said, she's telling me to slow down my speech. She says that when I slow down my speech is more Queen of Cupsy, and I think she's right. But I forget what I'm gonna say. That's why I was rushing myself. I guess we'll never know. I live stream on YouTube. Subscribe, roster, classes, psychic abilities. Oh, that's right. So I have a good memory. So I'm a natural astrologer is what she told me and what she explained to me. What happened is I ended up staring at this full moon in Libra, that paper I print out. I was staring at it this entire weekend, not even thinking about it, not trying to figure anything out, not trying to look for anything, but just staring at it. And that's when she told me, she says, things started happening, and it was part of the psychic ability unlocking. So I'm a natural astrologer. Oh, we're going to get into so much more in the astrology workshop. Okay, my loves, I love you immensely. If there's anything you need, please let me know. And thank you so much in advance for patiently waiting as I go through all of my emails. You guys see that there is a lot going on. So I hope that you find so much value and takeaways from this. That's my cue. I love you forever. I hereby adjourn this meeting. Gavel, gavel, gavel. Bye.